What's up, YouTube? Pastor Bob here. Want to give you a little update and then show you a little bit of what I'm doing so you can kind of get a grasp. So, the base part, the frame, is from a lawnmower, right? An old Craftsman lawnmower. So, I'm using the existing front end, which is cast iron. Well, I noticed there was a little hole up here, right? I said, well, hey, I might as well put some shocks on. So, I had these little mini shocks. And they're adjustable. And what I figured I'd do was I'd make me a mount. Well, I didn't want big piece of steel out here, right? And it's only a little shock. I said, well, what am I going to do? Well, I bought these clamps for wood, and they got a steel bar that runs across the top. Well, I said, well, I'll just use one of them. They only cost me $1 on sale, right? So I cut a piece off of that, and then up underneath here, there's a nut. So what I did was, I took and put this up, so it's 3/4 on each side, from here to here. I measured all of that out, right? So it's 3/4 that you got to have from the top of this to the bottom ridge of this edge here, where the drive link goes across. So what I did was I put all of this together, right? And I drilled a hole down here. Then I welded it here, and then I stuck a nut on the underneath side of this to give it more rigidity, and then I welded it all in. And that's how I did this one. So I got the other one I'm working on right now. So I figured I'd show you what I was doing. So what I did was I hooked it all up, and here's the nut right here that goes underneath. All right, if you look real close, there's a line there, a red line from the marker. And what I did was I lined the flat side of the nut up. Okay, and I'm going to weld it right to it. So I'll show you that part here in a second, because I'm going to show you the welding part and how I do it. Because everybody has their own ways of doing things. And so that you don't think that everybody else is doing the welding job, which never happens, because, you know, no one's ever around when you really need them. They're only around when they want to play or they need something. Or they want to bullshit about stuff that has no real value. You know what I mean? They just want to talk. That's all. And it's usually about the same crap that they talked about the last time they come to visit you. And the time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that. Like my grandfather used to say, it's a broken record. If you can't fix it, get over it. Move on, right? That's generally how you do it. Don't sit there and cry and moan and piss and ache and gripe and complain about the same old thing over and over again. At least find something new to complain about. Because people get tired of hearing it. You know what I mean? Oh my Lord. I just like to move on. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to show you how I do this. What I usually do is I run a little tack weld, which I'll do that, and then I'll show you what I do after that. Watch your eyes. Watch your eyes, guys. Watch your eyes. Okay, so what I did was I clamped that little nut on the angle that it needed to be on, right? Where that red is. Now, I put a little tack weld on the back side of the nut to hold it there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the inside of that nut. Now, as you can see, I filled the inside of that nut, right? So what I did was, I attached it to this piece of metal. Now what I'll do next is, I'm going to cool this piece down. I'll set you up to show you this. I'm going to go cool this piece down. And I'm going to weld it to the cart. Alright. Now, what I usually do, some people say, "Oh, you're doing it wrong. You shouldn't do it that way. You're gonna make it weak." Well, no. I've been doing this way forever. Now, if I was doing a submarine, it might be different, right? But I'm not building a submarine. I'm building a go-kart. Alright guys, I'll be right back. We'll cool this down and we'll show you what I'm going to do. Holy cow. I got hooked on the damn thing. Woo! Took my helmet off. Alright, cool. Always something. Always something. Well, I hope my brother's doing good today. He got overheated, had heat stroke. Was out of work for 4 days. I hope he's drinking lots of water and staying cool. Generally, if I needed him to, he would weld this stuff in, but, you know. He taught me how to do it, most of this, the MIG weld. I know how to stick weld, God, for years and years and years. But when you TIG weld, MIG weld, it's a different beast. So let me show you how I do this. What you do is you take your bolt, run it through your piece, right? I'm sure you guys can see me, right? You run it through your piece. And all you're doing is just get it to hold it there while you tack weld, right? Now, I guess I'd better clean that up a little bit. Hold on. Remember, guys, whenever you're welding, let me see, can you guys see me? I think you can. Yeah, I think you can see me. Whenever you're welding, right, you want to make sure it's clean wherever you're welding to, your pieces. If you're not going to get enough porosity, right? You're not going to get enough penetration between your metals. So it ain't going to become one. So what will happen is it'll end up fusing itself to the outside. That's why you got to strip off all the paint and get, you know, clear metal. That's how I was taught. That's what I'm telling you. So once I get that like that, right? Oops. Then you want to put it on your shock. Top of your shock mount like this. And then you put it to where you want it. And you want to line it up, right? Put your ground on. Shoot. Ugh. Put your ground on, make sure that it's even the way you want it, right? And then you're going to tack weld it. Okay, once you tack weld it, then you want to pull this back off. Now my reason for that, as this has nylon bushings on the outside of it, the shock, and you don't want to burn them when you're welding this in. So you want to take them off until you cool it down. Okay? And then you just weld the piece. Oops. Guess I better put the ground on, huh? Alright. So the whole lines up. But perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now go on the other side. Weld underneath. We should be good to go. Let it cool down. Yummy. Yippee yippee yay. Looking pretty good. A bit more up in here on the inside. All right. Alright, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. all welded in. That's all you need. Yeah, let me take you guys down. You can see it. That's all you need. And then what you want to do, come up here and grab this brush real quick. Take your ground off. And you come up here and take your brush. Brush it off real good. I got it all the way around. And I'll take a little grinding wheel, grind off, make it look halfway decent. And that's it. And that with there will hook up to that just like the other side. And have little baby shocks. Earlier I put this in, which is the drive link, and if you look, I had to remodify all of this. But if you look down in that hole, it goes right down to that rod down there, see it? And I got to modify that rod. I had to extend these so there's a tube inside of here on each side, and I had to extend them 7 inches. And then I put this pipe here, this 1-inch piece up in through here, and that'll give it all the stability that you need. Now if I wanted to, I can actually, you know, run another one off of here if I wanted to. Run it down to there, which I haven't decided yet, you know. And that way if I wanted to build a cage, I can run off of that and build a cage, but I really didn't see the necessity in that. But yeah, guys, it's looking pretty sharp. Got shocks now. Looking pretty snazzy. Looks pretty good. So, if you're trying to build a go-kart out of an old lawnmower, and you happen to get a Craftsman, I think this is like a 4000T or 5000T or 6000, I don't know, something 1000T. It works great. You know? Put yourself some little shocks on there, and voila. Pretty neat, huh? Hey, can't beat it. But, you know, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, you know. And people just want to buy them cheap. Well, that's not how it works. That's why they cost $2,000 or $3,000 to build it and buy a really nice cart. And this is on another level, guys. I mean, I think I might do one more thing in the front end. I might bring another, I might run another piece down to here, you know, another bracket down to here on each side. And then over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up putting these like this on the front, see? Because, man, let me tell you, I sling some mud. And who knows? I might end up selling this cart when I get done. You know? I know a few people that got their eye on it. But, the first person that would have first shot at buying it would be my uncle. But, you know, he'd have to come up with $1,750 if he wants to get it when it's done. And pretty much, I got, oh God, I don't even know how much money invested in it, you know. And then my time. So, it'd be a pretty good bargain. And it's built like a tank. It's crazy. But, who knows? It's going to be a 5-point harness, which I'm going to weld in here in a few minutes. So, I have a 5-point harness. It'd be nice. I'm going to put a headrest in the back here, so it'll be nice. This thing will be a beast. Oh yeah. Anyway, hope you liked it. Hope it was informative. Hope it helped you out a little bit. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell button for more videos. I'm trying to, you know, get as many people to watch my channel as possible. And that way maybe I can get some sponsors, you know. Start giving some things away and doing some nice things for all the people on my channel. You know, I do a lot of different things, you know. Not just go-karts. I do coins and I do guitars. So I'd like to be able to get some sponsors for you guys and start giving some stuff away. But I just, you know, I just can't afford to do it. So, but if I can get some sponsors, by God, I'm going to be helping you guys out too. You know. Anyway, if you have any questions, email me at revrobertcornell@gmail.com. I'll answer you the best I can. And if I don't know the answer to the question when it comes to go-karts or coins or guitars, I probably know somebody that can answer it. I've been around a while. But remember, guys, sometimes use your imagination, you know. Some of the greatest inventions have come from mistakes in the imagination, right? So don't be afraid to use your imagination. All right, guys. Love you all. Take care. Like, share, subscribe. Pastor Bob's out of here. See ya!